Hello, my name is Karen Patrick, and I'm here to talk with Brett Shepard about the Gallery Virtuality Project. And you're looking at a screenshot right now of the Gallery Virtuality Project. And I'm going to go ahead and let's see, stop that and say, hey, here I am. Brett, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, wonderful. I think Brett's going to start screen sharing because he's pretty much the progenitor of this project. And the basic idea is to have a virtual art gallery. So it's basically the same idea as a game, only you don't have anything shooting at you, chasing you, trying to kill you. You're not trying to kill anything else. It's all of that stuff stripped out. Brett is the progenitor of the project. He got it started. And basically, he's kind of a whiz at Quake III Engine, and that's what he used. And go ahead, Brett, go ahead and describe the project and tell us about, well, the game is called, well, we're calling it a game. The game is Gallery Virtuality. Gallery Virtuality. But the project is called the Gallery Virtuality Project. And that's going to be able to allow us to invite more people in to play and learn. And the play is actually setting up galleries and enjoying art. So it's pretty low-key and fun. So go ahead, Brett, tell us more.
Okay, well, I basically started the project because I wanted to do something that was different with the Quake engine and find other uses for it. So basically what I did is I opened up the source code and started looking at it, and well, there's weapons, and it seems that the actual character is kind of dragged around by weapons. So for instance, I started taking them out. You know, I started clicking weapons none on everything and actually going through, starting off with BG public H over here, weapons none. I took out all the weapons here and here, and I took out all the defines for the weapons, and then went to each file and started taking out anything that had anything to do with weapons. Okay, so basically that's what I do here. I find like AI main here. It says it has a grappling hook, so I go there to AI main, and I'm in here. It says 1456, which is right here, and I just showed you that I changed that to none. And I went and file and saved that one, and I basically went through each thing, the game, the UI, the actual exe, and the C game, which in the game and C game have to kind of balance out and compare because of dependencies and whatnot.
Well, I have a question. Philosophically, why did you decide to take out all the weapons? That's interesting because you could have
It
like
is.
written around them, and I like the idea that you can walk around in this space and enjoy the art and not have to worry about a Tommy gun taking you out. That might have been like an art gallery in Chicago in the 30s, right?
Yeah, I mostly took out the weapons because I wanted it to be an art gallery and didn't see any reason to have weapons there. You know, and I also didn't see any reason to run, so I took out running.
Right.
And so we're walking through the gallery, you know, and such.
There's a shot
Um,
right there. That's nice.
yeah, and so what I did was I started mapping it, which we have some nice mapping software, and I can show you that real quick. Here's our mapper. And what mapping is actually building the architecture, virtual 3D architecture of the gallery. I'm going to show you one in particular because we'll be going into it. And here is this one right here. And as you can see, it's a 3D environment. This is the top view of it right here. It's a fairly large gallery. And here's a side view and another side view. And right here, you can actually go through here while you're mapping, and you can select images or anything you want and actually replace them with your own images in the folder. And that is the idea for it, is that you can put your own images in a virtual art gallery. So as you can see, we're kind of flying through here. In editing mode, you can fly through the walls. You can see the whole building, you know. So it's kind of like that.
So you're haunting the gallery basically at that point.
Yeah, so you're kind of haunting the gallery. And basically, you click File Save whenever you're happy with it. You can draw, for instance, let's see, you can draw out boxes and whatnot. Let's see, get rid of that. So yeah, you can draw out, like, if I wanted to make some kind of hallway or something over here, you can draw out a couple of boxes and do that. And that will be somewhat the room sizes, you know. Let's see where I drew that. As you can see, they're quite flat, so we're going to go ahead and pick those up, and I'm going to go down here to some textures that are already there, and we're going to go in there and pick that up.
Yeah,
And
where we're at right now is the phase where.
so there you go. You've got now some blocks that you've built three-dimensionally.
And I would have to say where we're at in the project is we're looking for people who either want to learn what it is you're doing right now,
Yeah.
you know, or already know how and want to construct galleries. We're not quite ready for artists who know absolutely nothing about this unless they want to learn it. So we're welcoming game developers and coders to come in and play with this idea with us. You made a point a few like last week saying that what a good space this was for a game designer to
Yes.
actually
Yeah, mappers or people that build maps for games. This would be a very good program to use. It's GTK Radiant, and I've just basically designed it just for the gallery. It has everything in it. You can still, you know, you can still add weapons from Quake or whatever type of thing you want. You can still put your files that are specific to your game in there and map for your game, but it gives a good environment for that. And I've, you know, basically corrected some of the code in it so that it works a little bit faster. Now, when I build these little bricks here, I can hollow them by clicking hollow up here, and now you can see that they're hollow. You know. So I'll step back and get rid of that because I don't really need them.
When you get a chance, just do a walkthrough of the space that you've already done. It's pretty magical when you see it. You know.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
And besides the show and tell us, you know, philosophically where, you know, why you did this, you know.
Yeah. Just one more thing about this right here. You can click File Save, and it will save any changes that you made, and you can click Build, and do the Q3 Map 2 Final BSP Super 2 down here. It's third one up from the bottom, and it'll build the map for you. So this builds the map for you, and I can show you where that takes you after it cuts out. So as you can see down here, it's actually building the map down here.
It seems like you could mock up a gallery space pretty darn quickly, even an existing space. You know, an actual some gallery and map it out. You know. And then,
that is done. So it actually built the map. So we're going to go into a GalleryVirtuality program.
Okay.
And into the base folder right here. Okay. And in the maps folder, it would have built our new map. Here's TextMex BSP, which you would copy that basically, and you would go into your pack file and paste it in your maps folder. and along with your textures and whatever else assets that you have. And then you go ahead and save that, and it's all set. And then you basically go into your gallery program, and we'll do that. We'll go in there, and
We
let
have
me
our
set.
3 preset galleries that are in there. We're trying to make presets for artists who want to learn coding, but they're not quite ready. And if people know Quake and they just look through all those menus you bump through, you've really simplified it.
So here we are. We're at the UI first startup screen, and this is the appearance that it has.
Yeah,
This
very simplified from
very simple and
the
clean
gate.
compared to the other engine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the setup, which is very straightforward and simple. There's not monsters to set up or anything. And you go into your gallery, and here's the one we were working on down here. So I'm going to go into that one, and as you can see, no punk buster or add bots or anything like that. It's just very clean. So you go into there, and the other thing I did was I actually made the height of the character eye level to the pictures. And it also has zoom. When you left click, you zoom, and when you right click, it'll take a screenshot. And I've got it set up to take JPEG screenshots, which go on your base folder that I was showing you. I've also coded into it a laser so that you can talk and you can show people your art and specific parts of it.
So you got a laser sight, just no rifle.
I have a laser sight, and if it's a little bit dark, I can press F. You press L for laser, and you press F for the flashlight, and you have a flashlight.
Fun.
So it's like that. I'll turn that off. I also have an info screen. When you press I, I've coded in an info screen that is editable by the artist, and it is located in your sprites folder, as it says. So we can turn that off. You just turn them on and off by clicking the button.
And that's important. This is a straightforward gallery. We don't yet have little plates to describe the art like you might see in a gallery. So that allows the patron, we call the person, it's not a player, it's a patron,
right,
to be able to find out about the artist. And you can put where your fineart.com, your vending for your art prints might be. If somebody likes what they see, that's my art. That's some still life I did. Thank you for putting it in such a nice gallery. And it's really lovely. That looks like a gallery I was in Santa Fe.
Oh yeah.
New Mexico. Yeah, you call it your Tex-Mex style. We are going to have presets, so it's important to mention about the presets because people, especially artists, are going to get really excited about this project, and they've never done any coding before. So we are trying to bridge that gap where we have some preset galleries where each of those pictures that you're looking at will have a number or some kind of identifier, and you'd put your file in that slot or whatever, and then it would come up on one of the locations on the wall. So you can actually, you might have to do a little bit of coding if you want to jump in early on the project. If you wait, we're going to maybe have a better user interface. But we don't want to just exclude people just because they're new to coding. To be able to actually put their art in there and have this virtual gallery experience. Like I said, as we bring on some more coders that might be interested in making it easier for the users to add some exciting new gallery types, we're welcoming people who just want to use it to show their maps off. Oh, you were showing me some game maps, and you happened to do it in the original Quake engine, and you got picked off before I got a good look at it because something got you. So this is, you just want to leisurely look at the environment that you've made. You can do so. Yeah, you can lecture, and this is this part, and this is this part, and that's wonderful. I love that feature. The little pointer. So yeah, so we've got, initially we want, either artists who want to learn a little bit of coding in this virtual environment, or coders who are artists to share their stuff, or coders who just want to help us make this really, really cool, tool.
Yeah, you can leave the gallery and go back into another one.
Yeah, you got we got 3 of them. We're going to eventually have 4 preset ones that people can look at. My view of it right now is real blocky and choppy. I know it looks better than this. I'd be anxious to see what the Hangout output looks like. Beautiful, beautiful artwork by Brett Shepard, who is an artist first and a coder second. So, Brett, you have a real sensitivity for what artists want. And we might talk about the global economic turndown means there's less art venues to actually show your art. So what a wonderful way to show people's arts. Like if they can learn the mapping part, they might say, hey, I'm going to be in such and such gallery, you know, fix up a mock-up of that map, figure out where they want to hang their stuff. The tool possibilities of this are endless, aren't they?
Yeah, it's very nice. So let's see, I can leave that gallery there and go into another one.
Yeah, I love this other one.
We'll have a few presets and whatnot.
Yeah, this one looks like a few galleries in Seattle. Pioneer Square. Pike Place Market. Yeah, and also I could see this being no, you and I have talked about apps. Like there's they're trying to we looked at an app for an Android phone that was for Quake, you know, games. It'd be interesting if we can get eventually to the app stage where you can you know, collect galleries, you know, and have them on your iPhone, your iPad, your Android devices, and actually walk through galleries.
Oh yeah.
We might be a ways from that. The other option is a presentation tool. So have it make a YouTube video and then of you walking through the gallery, and you know, I'm trying to share with sort of the excitement and vision of the different ideas eventually that we could have with this.
Yeah, it's really endless. It is for an artist. So the idea of you building your own gallery, you can build it however you like. The dream architecture that you want, the lighting that you want. It's the Quake lighting is a little bit challenging, and I recommend dimmer lighting. Because your images show up very clear even if it's dim lighting, because they sort of have a little bit of picmap flow all on their own. So I would suggest that, and I would suggest editing with either Photoshop or GIMP on your images, and the images should be optimized with no progression or anything like that, just simple optimization.
And the music didn't come through, but we had the possibility for dropping in. You don't use an MP3, you use a specialized WAV file, but basically you have a short
22K stereo file.
And looping. File. Yeah, yes. Looping. So you don't hear it on these demos, but if you actually look at the demos, there's a little bit of light ambiance kind of music that you can put in.
And what's nice about GTK Radiant is you can actually click on a wall and press the N button, and it will give you a world entity, and it'll have a choice for music where you can put a music file in there, and it'll load a music file for you.
Yeah, so and then you know, it could be for presentation. I could see this being really awesome for students that want to learn coding. You know, this is kind of in the range of junior high to high school students to play with, because you've stripped out so much coding. They're concentrating only on the space, so there'd be a lot less to learn if you're a beginner. And the other thing I thought about was presentation. So like you could do a YouTube video talking about the history of art, and here's all the, you know, paintings of Monet or something like that. So we're just trying to get real excited about the options that you have, and it's open source. So this isn't Second Life or one of those options where you got to pay through the nose. And believe me, we know there's fancier, prettier, eye candy, you know, tools out there. But you know, you're going to pay a lot for it. This is if you want to see if you like the idea of working in virtual environments, and it's open source, and you can share it. And yes. What's really important, it's the for the love of art kind of thing that was your original intention. And I'm excited, so I'm with you now too, doing this.
Oh yeah.
So is there anything else you want to say? Oh, we have you want to share about the code repository so people know where to go to get the code if they want to play with it?
Yes. I've also got some scrolling credits there. They're very nice. I'll go to that repository real quick here. Let's see.
So you're ready for the, at least if you're ready to play with code part, we've got that as an option now. I'm going to
So
show.
we have Gallery Virtuality on Google.
Yeah, we have
Um,
the Gallery
Code,
Virtuality Project. I'm going to bring that
and
up and share that too.
we've also got the whole source code on GitHub. And
Mm-hmm.
as you can see, it shows all the contributors, Quake 3 GPL source release, so it's general public license, and so that means you can hack away at it. But
Yeah.
the code is, it will, if it's set up correctly. I built it on Windows XP with Visual Studio 2003, and basically it will, the code right out of the box will build correctly.
So can
And
you show the URL for that? What's the URL for that?
yes, the URL is https github.com/Brett Collin /gallery virtuality, all one word, with a capital G and a capital V, and that's where it is. So that's where the actual GitHub files are.
Okay.
I also have, I will have available on the blog that you're making, the actual engine that I was just showing people that's already built, and also the mapping software where they can map their own gallery. So that will be available to the public very, very soon, if not today.
All right, and then I'm going to show if you go to plus.google.com, you go to communities. We have the Gallery Virtuality community. There's just, I think, me in there. Maybe you're in there. I'm not sure, but we're going to hopefully grow that to lots and lots and lots of people, a real viable community. And I love to see what people do with this tool. So it's on Google Plus. You can find us, Gallery Virtuality, bumpy caps. So it's GALLER, capital G, small ALLERY, capital V, shoved up against IRTUALITY. And hopefully when we get all done and we have a YouTube video in the comment section, I'll make sure we have as many links as we can find. And we also have a blog. It's galleryvirtuality.blogspot.com. And right now you can contact us on the Plus page. I don't know if we've got, Brett, you want to give your Gmail out for coders who really want to get a hold of you? Hello? Hello? We've got some kind of process going on here, so I'm going to say goodbye, and thanks for listening, and be watching. This is going to be a great project, the Gallery Virtuality Project.